typing on this computer, and good evening, everyone. This is Cristina Campbell. It says I'm a silver. I guess I made this many, many years ago. Well, y'all know I'm not a silver, I'm a platinum. But, you know, just join me and be a silver with me. I'm also a nationally registered certified master aromatherapist. And tonight we're going to be talking about a kit that no longer exists. It was a kit of oils that was put together by Gary many, many years ago. When I first got into Young Living, this was the second collection of oils that I purchased. And I learned very quickly that you get the best value when you buy a collection. So if you want a good array of oils, get the Select 30, or get the Everyday Oils collection, or get the Premium Starter Kit collection, because all of those, you'll never get those oils cheaper. You know, it's just a really good value. The 12 oils of ancient scripture, five of those oils bought separately will pay for that entire kit of 10 oils. So if you're using cedar wood and myrrh and frankincense and cistus and all of those, well, then you want to get the oils of the Bible. I was just sharing that with a friend I gave a Zyto to yesterday. So anyway, I am not a silver. We're going to move on. I didn't even notice that. Tonight, we're going to talk about the importance of frequency to essential oils and the aromatherapy's kinetic buzz and its effects on your health. What you want to understand is that oils are not only, high frequency, but they're also really high antioxidant. And they have been measured by the oxygen radical absorbance capacity. This is the ORAC, which is a test that was developed by the United States Department of Agriculture and Tufts University to measure the antioxidant speed and power of free radical inhibition. So the oxidative damage caused by free radicals is implicated in everything from aging and wrinkling of your skin. It causes DNA damage. It can cause cancer and heart disease and premature death. Antioxidants control our free radical damage at the cellular level, and it supports youthful aging and a healthy body. So that's why we tout antioxidants, and oils are antioxidant. Ningxia Red is one of the highest antioxidant drinks on the market. It's just full of antioxidants. So, but in addition to the antioxidant influx that essential oils bring when you apply them to your skin, the oils also will invoke a feeling of wellness, and it will give you vitality through a process called entrainment. That's what it's called, entrainment. According to the researchers in Washington who use Tanyo technology, and that's where we got the frequency of our essential oils, from Tanyo technology. They were able to find the vibrational frequency of essential oils and found that they were of the highest of any natural substance known to man. That is a pretty strong statement. So essential oils have the vibrational frequency of higher than any other natural substance known to man. And through this principle of entrainment, the oil's higher frequency will raise the vibratory quality of that individual. Isn't that amazing? I think it is so amazing. So what is frequency? Frequency is defined as a measurable rate of electrical energy flow that is constant between any 2 points. Everything has an electrical frequency. And what an incredible discovery it was for me to learn that essential oils contain frequencies that are several times greater than the frequency of herbs and any other food that we eat. I also learned that the body had different frequencies, different parts of the body. The genius brain frequency is between 80 and 82. The normal, I guess, brain frequency range, normal brain frequency is about 72 hertz. The human body's overall frequency is about 62 to 70 hertz. The body from the neck up is 72 to 78, and from the neck down is 60 to 68. So we have more vibrational frequency from the neck up. Albert Einstein, who was a genius, so he probably had that 80 to 82 megahertz, said it best when he said, everything is energy. We literally live in a sea of vibration. 4 out of our 5 senses, sight, sound, touch, and taste, receive sensory data from the environment, which is transferred through the nervous system to the brain. And at the brain level, data is interpreted based on our mental schemas or our mental filters, like our beliefs. For example, when a person hears a dog barking, that bark is really a sound vibration that the ears receive, and then they send a signal to your brain. This is where you perceive the sound to be from a dog. You are going to figure that out, right? If the person initially learned that the bark was from a cat, then he would interpret the sound data according to that belief system. So everything is filtered through your belief system, through your schema. When it comes to the sense of smell, odor is received by the receptors in the nose, and that signal is transferred by they're like little hair-like villia. It's transferred into the olfactory bulb, which is part of the limbic brain, that frontal lobe brain. And that's where our memories reside. Because smell data doesn't first travel to the nervous system, and instead goes directly into the brain, it is said that smell is the brain's direct link to the environment. So all smells, like all sounds, for example, have their own signature frequency. If they didn't have their own vibration, we wouldn't be able to tell one odor from the other scent. So every scent has its own vibrational frequency. Isn't that cool? Okay, so here are other parts of the human anatomy and their megahertz. And we'll just run through these real quick. There's the thyroid and parathyroid, the thymus, the heart, the lungs, the liver, the pancreas. What I want you to really zone in on is that disease begins, or colds invade, at 59 to 60 megahertz. And if our body is supposed to be anywhere from 62 to 70, our overall body, then we have to keep it above 60 all the time. All the time. Other diseases like flu-like symptoms start at 58 megahertz. Viral infections at 55, Epstein-Barr at 52. If your vibrational frequency is 55, you will come in alignment with a viral infection. I'm not going to put any names to it. The flu is the flu. A viral infection is a virus. The main way to stay healthy is to keep that frequency, that immune system, that health up. Tissue breaks down from disease at 48 megahertz, and cancer starts at 42 megahertz, and death begins at 20. Negative emotions and thoughts can actually drop your frequency by 15 megahertz. So if you're normally at about 65 and you drop and you're around, you get into negative thought patterns, whether it's negative self-talk or you're hanging around people who are just negative all the time, you can literally drop into a frequency that you can catch the flu. Our bodies store these emotions and our thoughts in our organs and our glands at the corresponding frequency. I want you to know, though, conversely, a prayer or positive attitude can raise your frequency by 15 megahertz. So what would you rather be doing? Talking bad or praying good? Some other wellness therapy includes cognitive behavioral therapy. Abraham Lincoln said, most folks are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. And I really believe that. You can choose to raise your frequency. You can choose to think positively. It is so true that our thinking creates our own reality. We may not be able to control external events, but we can control how we perceive them. Cognitive therapy empowers individuals to control their thoughts rather than letting their thoughts control them. And one of the things that helps a lot is to hang out with positive people. Have an accountability partner. You know, every morning at 9:15, you guys are invited to get on our call. That's Central Standard Time. And just say, you know, how you're doing today. And we just talk about what we got planned and check in on each other and give each other positive feedback, and it's all good. That call is in my newsletter. So you just look at it, you look for it and find that call number. I know it was in the January. I didn't check the February one yet. It went out this morning. Other things that you can do to raise that frequency is the 12-step programs are spiritual programs of recovery, and they're designed to empower individuals to overcome addictive behaviors. And the 12-step principles are incorporated into wellness therapy. Other things are stress management. These are techniques such as body scanning and breath work and mental imagery. They also are techniques that empower individuals to cope with stress and anxiety in helpful ways. There's nutrition, where wellness therapy emphasizes the do's and don'ts of a healing and healthful diet. There's exercise, which we should be getting every day. How many steps do I have in today? Oh, 6,645. I'm not getting my 10,000 steps in, but I'm doing better than a lot of you guys because I go out and walk every morning. I don't know about this weather coming in, but we'll do the best we can. And I'm not dead yet, and I haven't gone to bed yet. So I need to put in another couple thousand steps at least. So exercise not only helps to lower cholesterol and strengthen the cardiovascular system, it also stimulates the release of hormones and neurotransmitters that make you feel good. And that's what we want you to do. We want you to feel good. We want you to be happy. We want to get that vibrational energy up. Meditation is a way of connecting with that place inside that is happy, joyous, and free, and actually can put you in a state of bliss. And this will definitely raise your vibrational frequency. Aromatherapy, which we're going to talk about tonight, harnesses the energy of essential oils from extremely powerful plant material to promote physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being. So those are some other ways. Quantum physicists have confirmed the reality of the basic vibratory essence of life. Dr. C. Normal Sheely, who is an MD and a PhD, said life energy is not static, it's kinetic. In other words, it's constantly moving. The Tai Chi masters and acupuncturists have known this for untold generations, and they often spoke of the chi in plants and selected herbs and foods for their patients. They selected herbs and foods for their patients on the basis of the electro energy that they contain. But one thing that you're going to find interesting, and I'm going to put you guys on mute because we've got a lot of background music. Music. Got a lot of background. So measuring in Hertz, we found that process. Oh, Kenneth, can you call him in there? Take his lead. Okay, so measuring in Hertz. There's his lead. Okay. We found that processed canned food had a 0 Hertz frequency. 0. So canned food has not got any energy in it. Fresh produce had up to 15 Hertz. Dry herbs had between 12 and 22 Hertz, and fresh herbs were from 20 to 27 Hertz. But get this, essential oils started at 46 Hertz, and they went as high as over 580 Hertz, which is the frequency of Idaho Grand Fir. And I have that right here. 580. In fact, I believe that the Northern Lights black spruce, which gets the bathing of the Northern Lights up there in British Columbia during the winter months, had a vibrational frequency of over 700. But I hadn't gotten that documented. I had heard that or seen it somewhere, but I didn't have it documented, so I didn't want to put it in this presentation. So remember, again, that a healthy body from head to toe typically has a frequency ranging from 62 to 78 Hertz, while disease begins at 58. So let's talk about different oils that have different frequencies. This particular oil, this is Awaken, and I have it right here. Awaken has a frequency of 89 Hertz. And what Gary did to develop Awaken is he took a combination of several other blends that bring you to an inner knowing in order to make changes and desirable transitions, helping to reach your highest potential. He always had big reasons for putting the oils together the way that he did. So let's look at the different blends that he's blended together. This is just incredible. So in Awaken, we have joy, we have forgiveness, we have present time, we have dream catcher, and we have harmony. All of those blends are in one blend. We know that joy produces a magnetic energy to enhance the frequency of self-love and bring joy to the heart. It can also help to inspire romance, and it may help overcome grief and depression. Forgiveness is a blend that may help release negative memories. It may help people move past emotional barriers, enabling them to achieve higher awareness and compelling them to let go. And to forgive. It has present time, and I have present time in front of me because I love the fact that present time has neroli, and it seems to be very, very powerful for me. It's an empowering fragrance which gives a feeling of being in the moment. And I think this is really important that we are in the moment, especially when we're visiting with people or we're talking to people. We're giving 100% in the moment instead of thinking about everything else and not giving focus to where we truly are in the moment. One can only go forward and progress when you're in present time. It also has Dreamcatcher in it, and we're going to be talking about Dreamcatcher, so I'm not going to read that right now. And it has harmony in it. Now, harmony is also part, I have that here too, because I use the everyday protocol, the happy day protocol, which includes harmony, valor, joy, and white Angelica. And I've taught that class before, but I want you to consider, one of the reasons I'm giving this class tonight is because I want you to consider using these spiritual and emotional protocols every day, because we need them now more than ever. We're coming out of, a really, really tough year. 2021, it was a tough year. So how do you use Awaken? You can diffuse it. You can add it to your bath water, get some Young Living unscented bath gel, and you can do it that way, or you can use it with Epsom salts, a couple of cups of Epsom salts and about 10 to 15 drops of Awaken. Oh my gosh. You can also put it in with a carrier oil or V6 and massage your body, or have your massage therapist massage your body with all these wonderful oils. You can wear it specifically over the heart, put it on the wrists, on the back of the neck. You could use it as an aftershave. It's really good for clearing allergies. And I believe that one of the reasons is because it has harmony in it. And I've always taught that harmony is good for clearing allergies. Just rub it over the sternum. So whether you have Awaken or you have harmony, that's where you put it, over the sternum, the chest bone. So what is its fragrant influence? It stimulates the creativity of the right brain. It enhances the function of the pituitary and the pineal glands, and it balances the energy centers of the body, and it brings about a harmonious feeling that increases all body functions. Wow, shouldn't you be like anointing yourself with this? Like, I'm just going to do it right now. I don't feel it. I don't feel it coming out of the bottle. There it is. Okay. So I anoint my head with it. Oh, it smells so good. So that's Awaken. I love the smell of it. And it's going to raise my frequency. So Dreamcatcher is the next one. Dreamcatcher was part of that original Seventh Heaven kit. And this is really an exotic formula, and it's because it has anise in it. And we're going to talk about each oil that's in here. But what this Dreamcatcher will do is it will help to open the mind and enhance your dreams and visualization. And it will promote greater potential for realizing those dreams and staying on your path. It also protects you from negative dreams that might cloud your vision. And it has a frequency of 98 megahertz. 98. So here it is, Dreamcatcher. Let's look at what's in it. It has sandalwood. Now, sandalwood is really high in sesquiterpenes, and sesquiterpenes have been researched and proven that they have the ability to pass the blood-brain barrier, and they actually oxygenate and stimulate the pineal gland in the limbic region of the brain, the center of our emotions. The pineal gland is also responsible for releasing melatonin, which is a hormone that helps with deep sleep. So if you have sleep issues, sandalwood or Dreamcatcher is going to be that oil that you turn to. It has been used traditionally for skin revitalization, for yoga and meditation, and sandalwood is similar to frankincense in its support of nerves and circulation. It also has blue tansy in it. Now, I'm going to give you a little side note. If you put this on your pillowcase, it will stain it. So you might want to put it, in the diffuser in your bedroom or on the bottom of your feet, because blue tansy is very, very blue. And I know you can't see it here, but it is blue. Blue tansy helps to cleanse the liver. Gary was a big believer in blue tansy. And because he liked it for the fact that it could cleanse the liver and calm the lymphatic system. And the liver is where we store anger. So if you're needing to overcome anger and negative emotions and promote a feeling of self-control, then any oil with blue tansy is an oil that you want to use. That's Valor has blue tansy in it. A lot of our oils have blue tansy. Just check it out. Its primary constituents are limonene and sesquiterpenes. And European research shows that it works well as an antihistamine and anti-inflammatory, and a stimulant for the thymus gland, reducing dermatitis, arthritis, sciatica, tuberculosis, and allergies. I will tell you that if you have sensitive skin and you use blue tansy straight without diluting it, that's called neat, you could get a sensitivity to it. It might give you a little rash, so just know that. Juniper is in Dreamcatcher, and it may work as a detoxifier and a cleanser. It's really, really good for the kidneys, by the way. It also improves nerve function. It's also beneficial for the skin, reducing dermatitis, eczema, and acne. And juniper may also be a sedative to help relieve worries and tensions. It has bergamot in it, And this is one of the most uplifting fragrances. It's a citrus oil. And so simultaneously, it will energize and calm with a unique ability to relieve anxiety, stress, and tension. So what makes it really, really exotic is this anise. And anise is an antispasmodic, it's an antiseptic, it stimulates the increase of bile from the liver, it expels worms, it increases lactation, and helps calm gallbladder contractions. It may help with painful menstruation and irregularity, problems with menopause, dyspepsia, spastic colitis, flatulence, gas, indigestion, lung congestion, asthmatic bronchitis, and intestinal pain. Now, we don't sell anise. Some people call it anise. We don't sell it in a single oil. So get Dreamcatcher if you have any of those issues. But putting these together synergistically is what's bringing that that vibrational frequency to 89. It has tangerine in it, which is helps with, it's sedating and calming, helps with anxiety and nervousness. It's an anti-inflammatory, anticoagulant, so it's good for keeping the blood viscosity balanced. It may help decongest the lymphatic system and works as a diuretic. It has ylang-ylang in it, which helps bring about a sense of relaxation and may help balance male and female energies. And ylang-ylang is one of the free oils this month with your subscribe to save or your shop, depending on the amount that you spend, but ylang-ylang is one of those. Black pepper stimulates the endocrine system. The endocrine system is our hormonal system, and it increases energy while increasing our cellular oxygen. It is an anti-inflammatory and may soothe deep tissue muscle aches. Deep tissue. It's great for massage. Black pepper is an expectorant. It's supportive to the digestive glands and has been traditionally used for rheumatoid arthritis. And pepper can be comforting and warming. All of that is in Dreamcatcher. So how do you use Dreamcatcher? You can diffuse it. You can apply it on your forehead, on your ears. Remember, on your ears, you have those auricular points. If you have an EODR, Essential Oils Desk Reference, or even a 123 uses, which I'm thinking about getting reprinted. It's a little booklet that has the feet in it. And, oh, I don't think it has the ears in it, though. So you have to go to your Essential Oils Desk Reference. But those auricular points, they hook up neurologically and energetically, I think is a better way to put it, to the emotional mind. So by using this around the outsides of your ears, it's great. You can also put it on the throat, under the nose, the eyebrows, the base of the neck. You can apply a couple of drops on the pillow, but I'm telling you, it will stay in your pillowcase. If you have a dark pillowcase and you don't care about it, that's fine. This blend may be useful during meditation, in sweat lodges, and in your baths. And some of the companion oils for Dreamcatcher are Envision, Live with Passion, Motivation, Awaken, Gathering, and Into the Future. I think Into the Future is out of stock right now, but I think everything else is in. So the fragrant influence is it's most effective during sleep. And a note, if an unpleasant dream occurs, continue to use this oil because there's something in the subconscious that may need to be processed. Hold on to your dreams and visualize them into reality. It may be helpful to write down your dreams upon rising. This might be a good habit to get into. Okay, the next oil is one of my favorites, and I brought this to the kickoff, and I used it constantly every day, and I think that I have like one drop left. I can still smell it. But this blend was created to help us overcome the bombardment of chaotic energy that alters our focus and takes us off our path toward higher achievements. It has galbanum in it. And somebody told me recently that because we couldn't get galbanum that they had changed the formula. So I'm going to see if I can see what is in this bottle for you, because this is the newer bottle, and hopefully I can use this. Okay, I can see it with a magnifying glass. I can see it. It has lavender. It has black spruce, Northern Lights black spruce. It has frankincense, Baswala Katiri. It has Royal Hawaiian sandalwood. It has geranium, ylang-ylang, vetiver, cinnamon bark, and rose oil. So they took out the galbanum because we couldn't get it anymore. And I wanted to make sure. So you just heard it had frankincense, sandalwood, rose. We'll go through those other ones. But anyway, these oils may help increase the oxygen around the pineal and pituitary gland, bringing greater harmonic frequency to receive the communication that we desire. This blend may also help bring people together, and that is why I brought it to the YL kickoff. It was the first time that there was probably 1,000 of us were together on a physical, emotional, and spiritual level so that we could focus and have clarity on what 2022 would have for us. It may help one stay focused, grounded, and clear in gathering one's potential for self-improvement as well. And it has a frequency of 99 megahertz. So I think this is a great oil blend when you're wanting to bring people together, when you're wanting to improve yourself, when you want to be focused and grounded and clear, when you want to receive communication that you desire. So here's what it has in it. Now we know it does not have galbanum in it, but it has frankincense, sandalwood, rose, lavender, cinnamon bark, spruce, ylang-ylang, and geranium. And I don't see anything that was added to that, only the galbanum was taken out. So I didn't see anything added to that. If you guys heard me say, no, I think that's it. Yeah. Oh, Northern Lights black spruce. So this just had spruce in it before, and now it has Northern Lights black spruce. And remember that I said I had heard that the vibrational frequency of Northern Lights black spruce was 700, which is far greater than regular spruce because of the bathing of the Northern Lights up there. That gets that vibrational frequency. So we need to have this tested again. And I know that Tanyo Technologies is still alive and well in Washington State. So we'll have to see. So how do you use gathering? You can diffuse it. You can wear it on your temples, your neck, your wrists, or wherever you needed. You can use it, wear it as a perfume or a cologne. And the fragrant influence is a feeling of coming together for a higher purpose. That is why I brought it to the kickoff. All right, the next oil we're going to talk about tonight is humility. And this is a nice one too. Having humility and forgiveness helps us to heal ourselves and our earth. That's taken from Chronicles 7:14. And recently I've been reading the prayer of Jabez, which is Chronicles 4:10. It's First Chronicles 4:10. And I think that there's a lot in Chronicles that we should be meditating on. It teaches us in Chronicles, at least in Chronicles 4:10, it teaches us to ask bigger, to know that God is going to give us greater things. But humility is an integral ingredient in obtaining forgiveness and a closer relationship with God. And through the frequency and fragrance of this blend, you may find that special place where your own healing may begin. It has a frequency of 88 megahertz. So let's see what's in humility. And it may be that we don't have rosewood in humility. So we're going to check that out together as well. So the first that it has is frankincense. We know a little bit about frankincense. It also has ylang-ylang. It has coriander. It has bergamot. It has geranium. Notice there's a lot of similar oils in these blends. It has melissa, which you're going to see on the next slide. It has frankincense, Boswellia kateri. It has myrrh oil. It has Northern Lights black spruce. It has vetiver. It has bitter orange, and it has rose oil. So I need to update this, but I thought it had neroli in it as well. I just didn't see that on here. So let's go to this next page. It has melissa in it. Don't see neroli. Vetiver, orange, rose, bergamot. Yeah, I don't see neroli, so I'll have to take that off. But I do know that neroli is still in present time. And it does not have spikenard because we can't get spikenard anymore. So I read you the list. I will update this. So how do you use it? You diffuse it. You rub it over the heart, on the neck, the temples, or as needed. Solar plexus are good. That's our core. That's, you know, just below the sternum and above the navel. Companion oils are, we don't have inspiration anymore. So inner child, peace and calming, envision, acceptance, and forgiveness. And its fragrant influence is peaceful healing. Peaceful healing. The next oil that we're going to talk about took the place of inspiration, and that is Gary's Light. And I have this on order. I just forced through my subscribe to save, and it had Gary's Light on it today because this bottle is empty as well. I use a lot of Gary's Light. Gary's Light oil blend shares Gary's focus on balancing and supporting yourself in your physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being, including the space around you. This is a very powerful oil. Gary formulated this oil to enlighten our minds to a greater awareness of truth and discernment. Certainly something that we need today. The aroma is so smooth and elegant and so perfectly balanced that there's no mistake that it's Gary's formula. And this blend is very special and gives a calming feeling of strength that makes you feel grounded and protected while filling your heart with joy and peace. It has Boswellia sacra, the sacred frankincense. It has cistus. It has lemongrass and cinnamon bark. It has myrrh, Dorado Azul, one of Gary's favorites from the farm Finca Botanica in Ecuador. It has Eucalyptus radiata. It has hyssop, which is a very cleansing oil. Cleanse me with hyssop and I shall be white as snow, it says. It has bitter orange. So this blend was created to bring a ray of inspiring light at a time when the world needs it the most. Mary shares his focus on balancing and supporting herself with this oil, both in the physical and the emotional well-being. This includes the spiritual space around you. The formula features those essential oils that I just read. This blend was formulated to create an aroma to help cleanse and purify odors in the air. It has a warm, spicy, sweet scent that freshens your personal environment. It's a main constituent The main constituent is cinnamaldehyde, which is that cinnamon oil, alpha-pinene, eucalyptol, and geraniol. It can help inspire a healthy lifestyle and well-being. That's Gary's Light. And I have a little bit left, so I'm able to smell it. I hope you guys have these oils so that you can be enjoying them while I'm giving this class at the same time. Another oil, and it's funny, I was talking to somebody I had a vendor fair on Saturday out in Pontiac Plaza, and I came up to the table and they said, my favorite oil is Sacred Mountain. Who says that? It was hers. And rightly so. Look at the frequency on this baby. It's 176 megahertz in this blend. This is a blend of oils extracted from the conifer trees, representing the sacred feeling of the mountains. The way Gary put this together was he used to call the mountains God's living room. And he would say to Mary, and Mary mentioned this at the kickoff a couple of weeks ago. She said, he used to say, I've got to get out of here. And he'd get on his horse, Shadow, and he'd ride up into the mountains. And he'd spend time in God's living room. Well, it was back in the day when he was spending time in God's living room that he came up with this blend and called it Sacred Mountain, because he felt like the mountains and the conifer trees gave him a feeling of protection, of strength, of grounding, of empowerment and security. And we can't just get on a horse and do that, can we? In most cases, we should. That would be the best thing for us ever, right? Sacred Mountain is antibacterial also, and it's soothing to the respiratory system. So 176 megahertz. That's amazing. Let's look at what it has in it. And I think now it has Northern Lights black spruce in it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it does. It has black spruce. Yep. It has ylang-ylang. It has balsam, Canada needle oil. It has cedar wood in it. So yeah, we can't get the fir enough. It's got Abby's balsamia instead of Abby's alba, which is white fir. So it's changed a little bit. And then the black spruce, the cedar wood. And he also put ylang-ylang in there. So this is Sacred Mountain, and it's bringing those conifers together for our healing. Remember that spruce helps to open and release emotional blocks, bringing about a feeling of balancing and grounding. And traditionally, spruce oil was believed to possess the frequency of prosperity. So it's all of these are anchoring and grounding. So how do you use Sacred Mountain? I'll tell you, I love diffusing it. Put it on the crown of your head, on the back of your neck, behind your ears, or even on your ears. Put it on your thymus, your wrists, wear it as a perfume. But remember that the fragrant influence is a feeling of strength, empowerment, grounding, and protection. So if you're needing that right now, make sure you're using your Sacred Mountain. I've even taken a bath in Sacred Mountain, you know, putting it in Epsom salts or unscented bath gel. And the last oil of those 7 oils that we're going to talk about tonight is White Angelica. And White Angelica is part of the Happy Day protocol. It is a combination of 10 essential oils, some of which were used during ancient times to increase the aura around the body, the energy field around the body. It brings a delicate sense of strength and protection, almost like there are angels encompassing you. At the same time, it creates a feeling of wholeness in the realm of one's own spirituality. Its frequency neutralizes negative spirituality. Negative energy. It's calming and it's soothing, and it brings a feeling of protection and security. It has a frequency of 47 megahertz. So what all is in White Angelica? And I know that these have stayed the same. Ylang Ylang, Rose, which is one of the highest frequency oils. It has a megahertz of 320. And Rose creates a sense of balance, harmony, and well-being, and elevates the mind. It has Melissa in it. It's a very gentle plant, and it's delicate because of the nature of the plant, and it will help to bring out those characteristics within the individual. So if you're feeling harsh, or as some people call me, militant, it can be calming to me and bring out the gentler, more delicate side of me. Sandalwood, we read about that. And geranium. Geranium is always good for balancing hormones. Just remember that just to help get us balanced, opening and elevating the mind. It has black spruce in it, which helps to open and release those emotional blocks. It has myrrh in it. Myrrh is one of the highest oils and sesquiterpenes. However, I know that cedar wood is 98%. Frankincense is about 50%. Sandalwood, I believe, is 90% sesquiterpenes. I don't remember what exactly myrrh was, but what this does is it helps, again, to oxygenate the brain. The more oxygen we get in the brain, the more we can balance ourselves both emotionally, spiritually, and physically, because it's going to help the center of emotions and hormone release in the brain. And hyssop is really good for strongly balancing emotions. Bergamot is uplifting. We've read about that. I don't believe that rosewood is in White Angelica anymore. We can't get rosewood. It's just not one of those oils that we can get. So it says that it has bergamot, myrrh, geranium, sandalwood, ylang ylang, coriander seed oil, black spruce, melissa, hyssop, rose. So it was, rosewood was replaced with coriander oil. We should look up coriander really quick and tell you what that fragrant influence is. I've got it right here in my essential oils desk reference, right? So coriander, soothing and calming properties. It's also good for blood sugar and a bunch of other things, but from an emotional or spiritual standpoint, it is calming and soothing. So White Angelica it is. How do you use it? In the Happy Day Protocol, we know you put 1 or 2 drops in your non-dominant hand. Take your dominant hand and swirl it around 3 times. Take it off that palette of your hand and apply it to your shoulders. Then begin at the top of the head and cleanse your entire auric field all the way down to your feet. So start at the crown of the head and go to your feet. You can wear it on the bottom of your feet. You can wear it as a perfume. You can put it in your bath water. This is a great thing to put in your bath after you've taken a airplane, trip. Companion oils are Valor and Awaken, Sacred Mountain, Joy, and Aroma Life. And again, its fragrant influence is a feeling of protection and security. All right, guys, that is pretty much for tonight. This presentation was designed to help promote an understanding of the use of the natural aromatic plants in the pursuit of well-being, whether emotional, physical, or aesthetic. This is my disclaimer. If you are in need of medical attention, please consult a professional care provider. All right, guys, I'm going to stop my recording.